Guys, I'm here with serial entrepreneur Jon Lindén, CEO of Econo Solutions AB, which is a Swedish edge machine learning company. Welcome, Jon.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, first of all, congratulations to you and the team, Jon, for winning the Siemens Future of Energy Hackathon. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a big deal. I mean, it was a very nice event to start with. Down in Dubai, and it was certainly a challenge, but the team did great, and the appreciation was well received. It was good fun.
Oh, outstanding! Now, for maybe some of the folks that aren't familiar with the event, the overarching goal is to present a solution leveraging Siemens MindSphere, I think, on how IoT and new technology can support the transition to affordable and renewable energy.
Right.
So maybe you could share with us, Jon, kind of the main issues that you see in that sphere, and then maybe transition a little bit and talk about Econo's approach to the competition.
Sure. I mean, first of all, we are a software company, so we are not experts in the energy field or anything like that. But what we are doing is edge machine learning. And what's unique about what we do is that we take a very individual approach to machine learning, meaning that we can learn normal behavior for the individual device, the individual vehicle, for the individual machine. And we argue that this is the next big sustainability leap, because after product OEMs for ages have been optimizing how the general design of the products become as energy efficient as possible, we can actually optimize how every individual device operates in a more sustainable and energy efficient way. So we see that is the next big step and next big leap you can do in terms of energy efficiency. And that's what we demonstrated on site with at the Future of Energy series.
So from your perspective, let me peel your onion back a little bit here, as they say. Do you think industrial digitalization activities are more reactive or proactive?
Well, still, it's taking a very reactive approach to things in general. And I think this is the real potential of IoT, that you can see what is happening in real time. You can see how the products are behaving. You can help run them in a more sustainable way. And by adding the machine learning component, you can actually see what will happen, or at least what is supposed to happen. I mean, that's the strength of machine learning.
So maybe touch on I know the pandemic is an exhaustive concept that in reality we're living through, and it has been for probably the past 18 months. You know, you've heard of it crippling the global economy, but also catalyzing activities in many areas, remote work, technology adoption. What's your perspective on how it's impacted innovation?
Well, you're absolutely right that there are areas where it's been actually accelerating development and the way people are using technology and so forth. But from my perspective, looking at a lot of the product OEMs and so forth, I see that they're building up a pretty extensive innovation backlog. And I think there are a few reasons why. It's hard to complete some projects when everyone is working remotely. They don't have the same sense of urgency of completing some of the new product releases and product features, because they're not going to the trade shows where they're going to launch and promote them. And of course, when the pandemic struck, the first thing they did was to cut all budgets that were not business crucial. And innovation has a tendency to be the first one that have to kind of let go on the budget. So we've seen a lot of initiatives have been postponed, and I think that a lot of them are sitting with a big innovation backlog that they need to catch up on.
Interesting perspective. Basic question, how would you react to this statement? The primary goal of industrial IoT is to connect devices and harvest the data that they generate.
I totally disagree.
Tell me why.
No, the thing is, I think that is the way people look at IoT in general. That it's a way of connecting things and collecting data. And I have a background in telecom, and we did those projects in 2009, 2010. They were called big data projects. We collected absolutely everything about what people did online, and we found absolutely nothing in that haystack. It's extremely hard to find that needle if you don't know what you're looking for. So I don't think that data necessarily is the new oil or the new gold. It's a question of what you can actually do with data. And I think the only way to approach this vast amount of data that we are generating, especially in the world of IoT, is to act on it in real time. So my perspective on the real potential of IoT is that you extend the relationship with your products to after they leave the factory. And what that means is that you can see how every product is being used, how it feels. You can help run it in a sustainable way. You can upgrade it in the field. You can even sell it as a service. That is the real potential of connecting things, not in just piling up data that's going to be extremely hard to capitalize on.
So taking that, what you just said, then, can you give us an example of maybe a specific problem that Econo has provided a solution to?
Yeah, first, I mean, definitely it's a question of maintenance, and a lot of the use cases are related to maintenance. And today as we kind of touched on before, we operate in many cases in a reactive way. We want to be proactive. We want to be able to detect when something deviates in a way that's going to cause issues later. So if we can see that before it actually breaks, that's extremely valuable. We can avoid unscheduled stops. We can avoid fatal wear to products because we don't run it until it breaks. There are so many benefits from the fact that we can take a proactive approach to maintenance.
Great. Well, maybe if you could, I mean, what are your visions now for scaling your company, and then how can somebody get in touch with you if they'd like to reach out? What's the best means of communication with Econo?
So now our vision when it comes to Econo, the vision is pretty straightforward. We're going to become the default option for making connected things smart, because that's what we see is really necessary. Something that expedites and makes it easy to deploy all these smart features. That machine learning is a very advanced type of technology, but we want to make it easy to use it and implement it and make it available to the engineers for all these different kinds of product companies that we work with. So that is our vision. So my dream, as I always say, is when I can walk through town and point out that there's Econo inside, and there's Econo inside, and there's Econo inside, because then I know that we really made a difference. We made products smarter. We've avoided fatal wear. We've avoided that they break down. We've optimized them so they run in an energy efficient way. We really made a difference. So that's our vision and ambition for the future.
Fantastic. Well, appreciate the insights, and thanks for joining us today, Jon. And once again, congratulations to you and the team on winning the competition.
Thank you.